restroom break apparently for 5 minutes. So first of all, game number 27 just went to Ronald Regli, who is trailing the match 8 games to 19. And we're going to see game number 28 now, and after this take a short 5-minute break, just 5 minutes. Ronald just put a little extra juice on the break, but didn't make any balls, unfortunately, and leaves a fairly uncomfortable combination shot on the 5-ball for Dimitri, who could also try and play safe from here. Kind of curious to see what he's going to do. There's a variety of safety options, of course, one of which, he's going to call the bank and try and go long with the cue ball. Of course, the 3-ball helps there as an alley for the 1-ball. And he appears to have left a very, very awkward lead. The thing here is, whether or not Ronald is able to hit the point of the pocket and make the one before the cue ball. Oopsie. He did indeed. That was perfect. Yes. That was a good shot in the sense that he hit the 1-ball first. Unfortunately, the cue ball then went forward off the 3, and I'm not sure whether he can even see the 2-ball from there. But it was definitely a good hit. It appears to me that Ronald was trying to make the 2 and missed, and got lucky, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'll have to ask him about this later on. Oh, he says he did not get lucky. He was trying to play safe. Oh, he did get lucky. Oh, he's smiling. He's laughing his pants off, actually. Dimitri just caught the 3-ball. That would have been a very nice kick for safety, but the 2-ball just brushed the 3 and knocked those 2 balls out of the way for the 2-ball, so that Ronald can now see the 2. Very, very nice shot, perfect speed. For position on the 4-ball. So again, looking at the pattern, if there is any problem at all, it will be to get from the 5 to the 6. So we'll need a very nice position on the 5 ball. And it looks as if what it will do is strike back, well, yeah, just draw the cue ball straight back roughly to a little farther than the middle of the table and leave himself thin out on the 6 ball. Would have been to draw the cue ball back to roughly the 2nd diamond where the 7 ball is. That, of course, would have been much riskier because it needs to be fairly precise. And Ronald just overcut the 6 ball, unfortunately. The problem there was that he needed to hit it thin in order not to hit the 9 with the cue ball. And he just cut it a little too thinly. Here, for once, we may see one of 2 things. He could actually go into the 9 and go forward 2 rails by playing a lot of, would that be right-hand English from his perspective? Exactly, go off the 9. Just checking whether the 8 will pass into the middle pocket where the 10 is. Apparently it does. Just overhit that ball a little. And get straight in on the opposite corner. Not that it matters. So this is, as I said earlier, game number 28, which just went to Dmitry Jungo, who is now leading the match by a score of 20 games to 8. We're back. The players have just returned, and just to remind everybody, this is a race to 35, single race. Ball, WPA rules apparently, call shot, and another virtually perfect break shot from Dmitry, who's not quite happy with the position of the 1 ball, but I think it's close enough. I mean, if I could have this every time I broke, I'd be almost perfectly satisfied. The main problem here is the position of the 5 ball, I believe. At some point, someone will have to get perfect on the 5 in order to get to the 6. But of course, this is nowhere near impossible. We'll need to get back to roughly straight in on the 3 ball, maybe even on the other side of the 3 ball. So probably have to draw the cue ball a little bit now. I'm not entirely sure if this will do, but it probably will. Because the thing is, even following the cue ball out of there is not all that easy. He would have to miss the 7 if he zigzags the cue ball afterwards. And now I believe he can hit the 5 ball full enough to where he could go 1 rail into the 6. He could also go forward between the 7 and 10 and come 2 rails out of the corner, which is kind of tough to do, and then shoot the 6 into the middle pocket. Also try and go between the 8 and 7, which is kind of tight. Of course, if it does hit the 8 by mistake, that would not be disastrous, I don't think. This could have gone wrong. And to some extent, it did go wrong, but it could be worse, because I mean, at least he can see the 6 ball, he can bank it into the middle pocket if he wants to. Or he can play safe, maybe go 2 rails towards the 10 if he wants to. There's a number of options. He can draw the cue ball behind the 9 ball and zigzag the 6 ball to the foot rail. Just needs to be sure he doesn't hit the 7 ball with it. Personally, of course, I personally like the bank, but I think he's looking at the safety option here. Another safety option would be to hit the 6 a little thinner than half full, hit the rail next to the middle pocket, and zigzag the cue ball 2 rails behind the 9. Which may be what he's doing. Nope. Decided to just shoot the ball in. I apologize for sometimes blundering, because from my perspective it didn't look as if he could, you know, it didn't look as if he could even do that from where I'm sitting. So this was game number 29, and it just went to